let's get started with someone who could fill the entire time here. Just talking about what all you have done over the years and are still working on it. Bobby Manuel. Bobby is a legendary guitarist, a producer, an engineer, a composer. I leave anything out?
No. I did sweep the floors a few
did
times.
sweep the floors a few times. Let's talk about how you first decided you wanted to get into the music business and why.
Well, I saw Elvis Presley, and it just changed my life. Yeah, well, I think first hearing the records, and he lived in the neighborhood, you know. Kind of saw him that way right around. Thought he was really cool.
Ah, yeah, very good, very good.
And so that, you know, I used to pantomime a lot of records, and we would do that thing in house parties and everything. And it just wasn't, I couldn't figure out what, you know, the response was not what I wanted it to be. So I said, well, I think I know what it is, the guitar. I got to get a guitar, you know, and that's going to make the difference and all that. So, you know, I got a little melody music maker guitar for Christmas, and then started, and I thought I was on my way there, man. Till my best friend told me, you don't sing very well. You know, so
just play the guitar.
Just play the guitar. So I was kind of stuck doing there, but that's what got me into it.
You know, you mentioned you got your guitar for Christmas. I'm amazed at how many great guitarists their first guitar they got as a Christmas present.
Oh yeah. I've still got a picture of that little bitty amp, little music maker.
Well, not only did you play guitar, your mom decided that you should go to dancing school.
Yeah. Yeah, and they used to have to chase me down to take me to get me to go. But I tell you, it really helped with rhythm. I think that's where a lot of that came from, you know. You had to get it in time and everything. And I went to the Bernie Line School of Dancing.
Wow.
Yeah. And I discovered girls there.
That made that all worthwhile, didn't it?
Yeah.
Well, you also lived not too far away from a very famous musical family in town.
Yeah. Well, it was actually three. Willie Mitchell lived right around the corner on Hamilton Avenue. I used to go over there, and I grew up with his nephews. That's kind of where I first heard the blues on radio station WDIA, and that turned me around. When I heard that music, I didn't know that was like coming from outer space or something, you know. But I loved it. And James Mitchell, Willie's brother, played baritone sax. I used to see him in the rehearsing, and Willie be taking him through doing his scales and everything. Then 2 houses down from me was a rockabilly star. His name was Warren Smith.
Okay.
Yeah, and we used to come home from Bethel Grove Elementary, and we'd hear him practicing in the afternoons, you know. So he would let us come in, you know. And so a lot of the guys, they'd be sitting around and they'd be drinking beer, and I thought, I don't know how they do that, because I'd always hear, boy, if you drink beer, you can't do anything.
Yeah, that's right.
How can they play and drink beer?
At the same time,
and then another block, almost to the Airways Theater, Elvis lived there for a while. Yes, and we used to sneak outside his bedroom and listen to him practice and play.
Wow.
It was amazing. Yeah.
You had quite the heritage.
Yeah, so that was all in one little Bethel Grove neighborhood.
And you ended up playing on and helping produce some of like Al Green stuff. With down at Royal.
Yeah.
Tell me about the Stax years though. You ended up at Stax. Let's see.
Yeah.
Somehow in there, Steve Cropper and Booker T went to California.
Correct. Well, I started at Stax in 1967, right after Otis had the tragic. Yeah. So they needed another engineer. Jim Stewart was going to take on new responsibility. So that's how I got to Stax. I started just learning how to engineer, which the first months I never saw anybody for at least 2 months, and I said, well, when we going to do something, you know? But that was just a transition period, you know? So I was really kind of thrown into it. Within 3 or 4 months, they said, well, we got a Bonnie and Delaney session in, Leon Russell's producing it, and we're doing horns. You got to come in and record the horns. I said, man, I've just been cutting tapes. I don't even know anything, you know? So I cut the horns out of sync. You know, you used to have to, get the buttons lined up and everything, so they would hear it. A preview is essentially what they were hearing, so they would line up in time. And I thought, oh, I'm fired, it's over, But Steve Cropper came in, And he's kind of saved the day. He manipulated the buttons and
Okay.
got it in sync. So, that was my first recording experience.
Very
I
good.
did get to play on that record, though, which was, I played on Take a Little Piece of My Heart.
Okay.
On Bonnie Brown.
Oh, yeah.
So that was great.
You're not done in the music
No,
business.
I'm
You got a
still
brand new CD out here, which I'm told is available online. It's on
Yes.
Amazon, iTunes,
Yes.
all of those.
Yes.
Called Soul Sauce.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the cuts is what? Soul Sauce number 9.
Number 9. Yeah, I thought about maybe we can market this. Maybe we'll get in the food business or something. But it's kind of cool that
Very
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Good luck. Good luck with that. And we're just about out of time here,
Yeah.
but I can't let you go without asking about the duck.
Yeah.
Old DJ that I worked with in the same building.
Yeah.
Named Rick Dees.
Rick
Tell me
Dees.
about that.
Well, Estelle Axton had Freetone Records, and Stax had closed
Right.
at that time, and so everybody was, panicking, looking for work and everything. She called me up and she said, "I've got this disc jockey that sings, and would you record him?" And I thought, well, I don't know, I need to hear him. Does he really sing or what? Anyway, she said, and he's working on this song. He hadn't finished it, and it's called Disco Duck. So he came out to my house, and we finished up the song. Co-wrote the thing at the breakfast table with oatmeal and my kids running around, And I just thought, well, I've got to work. So we've got to do this session and everything. I said, I can't get to you for a couple of weeks. I'm doing this other project for Estelle, but as soon as she does it, so we finish, we'll get in and record it. And we did, and it turned out to be, a 4 million seller.
Yeah,
Just
number one
changed
hit
my
record.
life and saved me because Stax was, everybody was scrambling there.
Yeah.
We didn't know where to go
Yeah.
from there. We didn't do country music. We didn't want to move to L.A. I had a family. And, raising them and taking care of those kids and everything in the right environment was a lot more important than moving to L.A. and that madness, and I just didn't want any part of that. So God bless me, man.
I think it worked out for everybody.
Yeah,
I'm glad.
yeah.
Bobby Manuel, thank you so
Absolutely.
much. This has been great fun. As I said, we could go on more and more, but we saved a little bit so you and George can go over that on a future day.
Okay.
Bobby Manuel.